up, everybody? Welcome to the Friday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. This is the safe. There we go again. God damn it. This is a place to be safe. Fuck it. This is a place to be safe. How about that? It's a place to be safe, surrounded by spaces. So anyway, welcome everybody to the show. Thank you all so much for being here. Tonight is a special night because this is a no rules, no format, no boundaries, no cut cards, none of that. So, if you are participating tonight, and then back up. If you want to participate tonight on our call-in show here on BIDWKB, young brother Will, good brother Will has already dropped that link in the chat. So if you guys want to hang out, shoot the shit, even maybe get into a couple of stories. We may actually even get into a couple of stories. I didn't have anything formally produced just because honestly today I really lacked the mental bandwidth. And honestly, I think that was because of some chemical dependency issues. For some reason, my goofy ass made a French press full of coffee and didn't drink now a cup until like 5:30. I was like, oh, right. I'm like, how come I can't move? Why am I dragging ass? Because I am a coffee addict, apparently, and I need my drugs to function in the world. So, hence why there are no formal stories prepared, but we are ready to shoot the shit and discuss whatever comes up. I had started to kind of look at this situation with Cassie, who has now filed a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy, alleging a range of abuses. But I had to kind of temper my curiosity because I felt myself getting triggered. I was like, oh, wait. Every new detail that I discover about this, I'm like, God damn, did I even want to fucking know this shit? But, you know what? I'll hold it because I was going to say, unfortunately, Cassie's revelations kind of confirm what I had suspected really from the beginning. So maybe I'll hold that unless everybody, if y'all want to talk about something else, we can do that as well. I don't have a problem with that. Also, what was else on the percolating around the EFAs? A variety of different stories. Like shit is crazy out here in the DMV. See, I don't even know if I want to broach this right now. Maybe I will, because maybe we'll revisit it. Then again, I'm just kicking out some shit off the top of my head until somebody comes up in here. And it might be Will, actually. Will said he had to go put on a shirt because, he likes to let his taco meat hang out when he's home alone, which is fine. Who doesn't let they taco meat? who amongst us does not let they taco meat just hang all out when they are home alone? But no, there's an odd trend in crime in the DC area. And I wanted to ask you guys, is this happening other places? Now, you guys know how much I loathe the propaganda, the whole spin about the rising crimes. Yeah. But there has been in 2023 a spate of very specific robberies in the DC area. I can't even almost say the DC area because it's almost exclusively happening within Washington, DC proper. A couple of these joints have been sprinkled out in PG County a little bit, but by and large, these particular robberies have happened in DC. And I'm talking specifically about people getting robbed at gunpoint for their dogs. And I'm not talking about like the pretty pit bull, you know what I'm saying? Or that gorgeous Cane Corso, the brothers from Deanwood. They just couldn't help themselves. But the thief this damn dog. But no, they stealing all kinds of dogs. They're not even stealing like purebred dogs. It's been a range from Frenchie bulldogs to an Australian Shepherd Terrier to recently, just this week, three French bulldogs were stolen at gunpoint from their owner down in Southeast. And I was just curious, is this happening where y'all live? Because I find this specific crime extremely troubling for a number of reasons. But let me put a pin in my little loosely thrown together topics with the the preparedness that only Kim Brown could muster, right? So I appreciate you guys coming in. And hold on, let me get to the chat and see what is on in Poppington out here in Chatland. Thank you guys very much for making the time to come on true. Come on true. There's something actually I wanted to share with you all. And because I wanted to thank you guys, to be perfectly honest. Will, if you could just ready the screenshot for me. Don't throw it up just yet, but keep it on the ready. As you guys know, it was this week that our good sister Jacqueline Lukman Nation had her kidney transplant, right? Which, from what Jackie has shared with us, has been a success, right? But she is definitely still in the recovery process. And because Jackie is very forward with us and candid with us about her situation, Jackie lost her job from the Russians. Brrr. It could have been the crackers. I mean, but the Russians are a different kind of cracker. Well, let me shut up. But anyway, like Russian crackers. What are they called, y'all? I'm sure there's a brand of Russian crackers that I could probably regardless. So Jackie lost her job. So obviously she's gonna need some material support. And she has asked for it actually. So we at the Fire Fam, and I'm talking about you, and all of you in the back and in the middle and in the front. Yo, throw that up for me, Will, as a platform, you guys, not well, as a Fire Fam. Let me put it more specifically. Not Kim, not Burn It Down with Kim Brown. The Fire Fam. It includes you, all of our members, all of our patrons, everybody who has ever run us a Cash App, a Venmo, a PayPal. Thank you all so much for supporting this platform so that we can extend some support to our sister Jacqueline as she recovers from this major surgery. But you guys, Jackie she is blessed and highly favored out this jump because y'all, nobody gets a kidney after 3 weeks. Okay. Nobody. Okay. Palestinian Jesus had his hands all over the situation to make sure that Sister Jackie got her. Why does that say negative 100? I guess because it paid. I don't like how that looks. I guess that denotes a payment. It's like that looked like Jackie owe us $100. That's incorrect. No, we actually sent Jackie $100, and I mean we, as in you, as in me, as in Will, as in Molly, as in Teresa, as in Latif, as in Dawn, as in Ursula. Yes, Ursula. Yeah, thank you so much for your support. Everybody that's ever ran the channel some bucks. Thank you guys for supporting us so we can help to redistribute in the ways in which we are able. We're not always able, but we were able. Because God is able. Jesus is able. The Palestinian Jesus. So thank you guys. Thank y'all so much for everything, for supporting this platform, for supporting Black Power Media, and of course supporting the good sis Jacqueline. So thank you guys. Thank you. I know you support everybody, Franny France, and we love you for it. Damien, thank you so much for all that you do. Cynthia, thank you. Rosalba, Tyler, Holly Horn, Wendy. What's up, Wilbert?
Kim, Afra and Rosalba are on the line too.
So who came on first? Whatever. I mean, however
they got
they got here at the same time. Okay, whatever. Well, I will prefer one at a time, just so we can kind of manage it. Just
Afra
in case we get
wanted to talk about the Diddy thing.
Come on here, Afra. Cause we can totally get into this Diddy thing. Shout out to Latif. What's going on? Shout out to Court out there in the building. Thank you, Steve, so much for coming through. Infinite contact.
Afra got me doing showrunner stuff. She want to go last. Shit. I don't know if that's the thing.
That's listen. we accommodate the Leos, okay? So whatever the Leo, just follow her direction. Whatever she wants you to do, just do that.
Here go your friends.
Is that who a KNS? Is that Rosalba?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, baby girl. Hi, Rosalba.
I just wanted to say hi.
Oh my gosh, y'all!
And like say something like actually speak to you.
Oh, Rosalba, knock it off! You support this channel, girl. Thank you so much, Rosalba.
No, thank you.
How are you feeling? I love your knot. It's very cute.
Oh, thank you. It's a little. I mean, it was cold earlier, and now it's warm. So and it gets.
Go ahead. No. I can't remember where you are. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to tell me.
In Southern California.
Cole,
And then
girl.
Empire.
Don't talk to me about Cole.
Hi,
Don't talk to
chat.
me about Cole.
Okay, it was chilly. It was foggy, okay, which is rare.
So what was it? 70?
No, it was 60. Okay, it
Whoa,
was
that is chilly.
60.
Okay.
It was, and then it got to the 70s really fast.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
I'll give you 60 because I know 60 is chilly for
Just
SoCal.
a little. I know, I
Hey,
know. I'm a chicken when it comes to cold. I just wanted to say hi and happy birthday to Bex.
oh,
I
thank
want
you.
to know how her quince went.
Let me tell you. So she got a little hungover after her quinceañera. Apparently her mother turned her back, and then Bagheera had all the steak, and then the next day, per a usual hangover, she didn't feel good because she ate too much steak. But she really had a good time. Her first owner, it's weird. Like I have to say owner because if I say daddy, y'all are gonna think I was with this man and I wasn't. But he was her first daddy. He had her
I
before
understand.
I had her good. Thank you so much, Rosa. And so he came over to see her. He hasn't seen her in years. So she was very excited to see him. He had her for the first 3 years of her life. And I asked him, let's call him Esteban. I said, Esteban, I said, where all did y'all live? And he was like, oh, well, we lived everywhere. So the part in Southeast DC, y'all, where I told y'all the baggy used to run with the thug dogs down in Southeast, Atlantic Avenue and South Capitol Street is where they was. And she lived on Mount Olivet Street in Ivy City. Like this dog, Rosaba, my dog has been all over this region. Just stomped her little paws everywhere from DC to Maryland to Virginia. But thank you so much for asking about Bagheera and her
Yes.
quinceanera because it was nice. It was
I was
nice.
like, I haven't, and I don't think mine is quite as a senior as yours, but it gets up there. So I was like, oh, I know how that feels. So I'm just like, she looks good for being 15, though.
She's still
When
out
you
here
had her
talking
up
to
on the
people.
camera the other day.
Oh yes. Oh, that's right. You guys saw her. Yeah, she's got her all over her salt and pepper face going going on.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a dog or you have a what kind of pet mommy are you?
Yeah, I have a miniature pincher mix. He's not
Oh,
around here, but yeah,
oh.
doggy mom. He's
He,
my
he-
son.
he's a
He's my son.
min mix, you said?
Hmm.
Oh.
But
And
I think I say he's just miniature pincher, but I adopted him, so I don't know for sure.
very nice. Where did he come from? Do you know? Like, you got him at the shelter?
No, I think he got scared one day. He found me on 4th of July. He ran into our backyard.
Mm.
I did all the things right. I tried to find his parents and whatnot, but I guess it wasn't meant to be reconnected. So he came back home with me. It was a whole thing because I took him back to the shelter. They had to keep him for 2 weeks, and
Oh.
then I was like, give him back.
Oh, well, that's nice. Look, and I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad you got your dog. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
He's my baby.
Oh, what's his name?
Turn Papas fritas.
Papacitas?
Papas fritas. French fries.
Oh, Papa's Fritas? You named him French fries. That's so cute. That's
Hmm.
cute. Oh, very nice.
I was
Yeah.
like, I don't. This is I feel like I could just keep talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and I just wanted to say hi, and like actually hop on. I'm always like, no, I'm too shy, but I was like, no, I'm kind of decent today. I should jump on.
Thank you, Rose Alba. I appreciate all your support. I'd be so excited, when I see you send cash apps, and it's like, oh, thank you, Rose Alba. Like I just appreciate you checking out the show and supporting the show and just being a lovely person. And it's just you. I sometimes I'm blown away at the caliber of folks that consume all this profanity on my on my program. Like,
It's a wholesome show. Like you bring a very strong perspective that's very much needed.
oh, thank
And
you.
sometimes I don't. It's like I'll be listening to other commentary, and yours is just completely like from a different angle, and I'm like, that makes the most sense. What are y'all talking about? And then all of a sudden, it's like my mind is like so much more, like blown away.
Tell the
So I
others,
appreciate
girl.
that. I appreciate. No, I do share you. I have a friend that's in the area. Whenever you talk about your area, I'm like, oh, because my friend will talk about that area, and I was like, oh, so I share it with her all the time.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Yes, I'm trying to win hearts and minds out here to stand against the FBI headquarters coming to Prince George's County, as you guys know. But yes, so
Yes,
thank you
that's
for
fun.
that. We need more propagandists on our side. So thank you, Rosalba, for spreading
No,
the
thank
word,
you.
mommy.
All right. Well,
Oh,
and
thank
then come
you,
visit
baby.
me, y'all. I'm always on Twitch. I like to hang out on Twitch.
Nice.
And
What's your
shout
Twitch?
out to Northern Witch.
Dee Dee. What's your
I
Twitch,
don't know if she's on.
Rosalba?
No, I mean I don't stream or anything, but I'm when you pop on, I'm the only one in the chat on Twitch when you're streaming. It
Yes,
used to be me and Northern Witch, but I think she just wanted a little bit of a break.
that's fine.
So
'Cause
we
I'm
miss her over there.
terrible. I'm so bad at promoting. I'm bad at promotion. Period. Right, as y'all can clearly see.
I was
But
like,
I appreciate.
I'm over there talking to myself, but I'm like, no, it must stay open for the Twitch people.
Oh, thank you, Rosa. All right, I'm gonna get on my John. I'm gonna be better. 2024, we're gonna be better, I guess. Better than what? I don't know, but better. Then better.
Yes,
I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. But Rosalba, thank you so much, baby.
no,
Thank you for
thank
everything.
you.
Thank you for holding us down on Twitch. Shout out to Northern Witch as well.
Yes, Northern Witch for sure.
Yes.
She's a great mod.
Dang. Thank you,
Yes.
Northern
Okay,
Witch.
I'm gonna let you go because I know Afra is in the waiting room, and I won't talk anymore.
Nice. Okay, baby girl.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Rosalba.
Okay, I'm
Thank you
trying to
so
figure out
much.
how to leave. All right, bye.
I think Will. Thank you, Will. There we go. Thank you. You guys, I'm Rosalba. And can I say, not only about the Fire Fam being like really nice, compassionate, smart, emotionally intelligent people, cuties also? like, dare I say, we are some cuties out here? I mean, all in favor. Say aye. Yeah, say aye, yeah, 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 in honor of the Yin Yang Ten. Say all the ayes. So yeah. So thank you, Rosalba. Thank you guys. So if you're looking for the stream link, it's probably at the very top of the chat. Let us know if you need us to repost it into the chat. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this special call-in show. On Burn It Down with Kim Brown. Like I said, I had a couple of rando ass topics. If y'all, somebody what's up, Infinite? Infinite, you ain't gotta pay to kick it. Infinite, you can always come through. Infinite, but nigga, how your talking points together, my guy? Like, have your talking points together, my dude. You know what I'm saying? My brother will come on here with the Leo stream of thought, and I know what that is. It's beautiful, if not a tad bit long-winded. So let's stay to us. Let's stick to our talking points out here, Infinite, if you coming through. And Afro, that go for you too, by the way. That go for all them Leo stream of thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know there's only room for one. And we invite the guest MCs to come through and bless us with their features. But y'all, it's my album. Sorry. Was that also not a very Leo thing to say, regardless? It's like you ain't even got to comment on the shit. Well, I know it was, but it's fine. So Afra says she wanted to talk about the Cassie thing, so I will hold that. No, you know what? I am not. I'm thumbing through Twitter, and the New York Times is telling me something about Travis Kelce and fucking Taylor Swift. And I gotta say, guys, I do have a tiny opinion about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I'm tired of losing all of our brothers to these snow bunnies. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I only say that because Kelsey's been known to really almost exclusively date sisters. So I said, how in the hell?
Black woman, how is she? Yeah, now how is he going with it?
Who is that, Tyler?
Hi. Oh,
Tyler.
wait, I'm here?
Tyler, answer the questions. My son, listen to my son coming through with the wisdom already, because these are the questions I had, son. Son, how did he go from dating black woman to literally the whitest woman
Of the
on
whitest
earth?
woman, yeah. Right.
the whitest woman on earth. Not even like a spicy white. You know what I'm saying? Like Taylor
Right.
Swift is it's only salt and pepper. You understand? Like,
yep, pretty much.
Taylor Swift ain't never heard of ground mustard or paprika or none of that shit. Like he found the whitest. I mean, she can't
She's
cook
the
for him.
richest, whitest woman on the planet. Yeah. I don't know. Definitely. I don't know if I'd say like a downgrade, upgrade, or I don't know.
I don't
Just
know either. I don't know if it's aesthetic. I'm gonna say downgrade because I
yeah.
don't give a, fuck the Swifties. I don't give a shit about the mother.
I mean, I'm not a Swiftie either, so I don't really. I mean, I like some. I mean, I grew up on some of her stuff, but I mean, it's not like I'm like the biggest fan ever. Like, and some of y'all can be crazy.
She's just like there's a lot of beautiful white women out here. I don't find Taylor Swift to be one of them because she's just so plain.
Right.
And I'm like, girl, that is $1 billion worth of enhancement, and you still look plain. you still look regular as shit. Regardless, anyway, my son, how are you feeling today, baby?
Well, good. Well, I just returned home for Thanksgiving. I'm just visiting family, just hanging out. Yeah.
That's good. Good. So how far are you from home?
Actually not that far. I'm like 15 minutes away.
I'm thinking you had to pay a toll or something to get home. You just
no. I mean, I very well could have. I could have moved like I don't know, Iowa or something. That's what some of my friends were doing. But I mean, I don't know. I'm very loyal to my fam. I mean, and I don't know. Well, and that extends to here, to on these internet streets. I don't know. I like talking with people that I already know a whole lot about, I guess.
I saw you get the shout out on Dr. Richie's show. I said, look at Tyler out here everywhere.
I'm literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean, I don't know if you know the letter hack.
I've heard. Yes, I've heard. Yes.
Yeah, but he jokes like, "Oh, how many streams are you in right now?" Or how many, or like 27. I don't know.
How does that work? Just out of curiosity, do you occupy multiple chat rooms at the same simultaneously, Tyler? Or you?
Yes.
Do
especially on like Thursdays, because like a whole bunch of people are streaming around like that time. Like I watch a lot of I watch a lot of lefty channels. Of course.
I won't ask you who's your favorite because I know you wouldn't say nothing bad about your mother. So
no.
you wouldn't put nobody over your internet mama. And I'm not going to put you on the spot, son. I'm not going to put you on the spot.
I will say you are the most entertaining. I'm putting that out there.
Thank you, Tyler. Take that. I'll take that.
I don't know if this might sound weird, but I don't know. There's just some about like the way like a Black woman just speaks her mind and says things. Like I just love that.
I'm glad that you are attracted and not repelled by it, beloved. That tells me a lot about you. Also, look at your mom. Your mama and daddy have done a bang up job with you, boy. I'm proud of you. I ain't even seen you. I'm extremely proud of you. I think you are repping your generation beautifully, Tyler. So credit to your mama and daddy.
Thank you. Yeah. More of us are needed. What was I gonna say? So I know you wanted to talk about like the whole like P. Diddy thing. I know that's veering off into way darker territory, but
but I think it needs sunlight. You know what I mean? It is dark. It is dark stuff, but it
and to be fair, that it does kind of tie into what I was just saying about like Black women and like how I really do think they need to like. They're like the most vulnerable, and like I do think they people only tend to believe them and believe victims overall like at like a certain point, but like before then it was just defend all these celebrities, defend these Black men or just men in general doing a lot of this fucked up shit. I guess. R. Kelly, P. Diddy. Oh, Sorry. Got it right there. I got food. Yeah. R. Kelly, P. Diddy, Harvey Weinstein. Just I don't know. Just the incentive was just to defend the worst behavior, and only now people are starting to say, oh, that's really fucked up.
It is. And the way that I'm seeing the kind of culture shift fast and slow at the same time is really interesting because so Tyler, you know how old I am. I'm 45, and when I
Right.
was started out in radio, I was young. I was 21, 22, 23 years old, and it was just sort of like accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
young women in the business will be harassed. Like you will be what's the word? Not solicited. What's the word? Proposition. Like
Mm.
accepted. Like this is part of the business. Like and
That's
if
just
you
how it is.
that's just how it is. And if you can't handle it, then maybe this ain't for you. And blah blah blah. But like, I'll give you an example of something that I'm a little encouraged by it, but at the same time, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. But the lawsuits against Lizzo, right? I
Oh
thought
yeah, I
were
was just thinking that too. Yeah.
where you. Of course you are, because you're my child. But like, like exactly. So the conduct, you guys, if you're not familiar if you're watching the show, Lizzo, the singer Lizzo, has been sued by
Right.
a couple or two or three of her former backup dancers who say that they were put in compromising, uncomfortable situations while on tour with the singer. One gave an example of being at a sex club, I think somewhere in Amsterdam, where the dancers let the bananas hang out their vagina. I don't know.
Yeah, just weird shit.
Right. But Lizzo was all with it, and I guess made it a work event. So I guess you had to go, or if you didn't go, the dancers felt as though if they did not participate in these after work social activities, that they would be penalized. And and yeah, they're not wrong. You don't kick it with the boss, you will be penalized. But I
Right.
didn't realize that's some shit you could sue over. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Exactly.
I don't know how to feel about this, Tyler, because on one
It's a
hand, I'm
different
kind of.
time.
It is a different time. It is a different
I
time.
mean it's and like everything, like everything, there's positives and negatives. Like and I do think we might be going a little bit too far in the other direction. Because like I don't know, like my mom does believe in like, well, I don't know, I would think most people would want to believe in like the whole innocent until proven guilty thing, but she, I mean, she also says like there are some people that just give off a certain vibe and give off a certain thing where it's like, oh, I'm not that surprised that they act the way they act, and that they've been accused of the things that they've been accused of. I think with Lizzo, her public persona was very, oh, be yourself and love yourself and all this stuff, and then she was accused of doing all this stuff, and again, it's still like alleged, so I don't know these people.
Right.
I mean,
for these people.
Yeah, like, and it's, I don't know. I find it interesting. Like, I'm a super lefty, but I mean, I'm also invested. Well, not like invested, but I'm so like interested in like the lives of these capitalist celebrities. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, well, you can't help it, baby. That's American culture. That's what you were raised in. So
I can't. Right. I mean, like I love Mariah Carey, but I also know that she makes like a ton of money off of that Christmas song, and like every year, and I know it, and I cheer along with it, even though I know it's just how capitalism works, and I know I'm supposed to be like against it, and I generally am against it. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't.
Is
I
it
don't
hypocritical? Yeah, but yeah.
But see, but I don't think liking Mariah's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is embracing capitalism, no, baby.
Yeah, true.
I think you just like the girl's song, and I think that's fine. And listen,
and
let me tell you,
I don't know. I appreciate artistry too. I don't know.
Of course. And I mean, and Mariah's a real one out here. Mariah is singer-songwriter, but like can actually write and can actually sing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
period.
Like, I don't know what the fuck Taylor Swift is doing. I don't know if she. I mean, like,
Right,
I know
but she
she's
doesn't
a
have
singer
the
songwriter.
range. Like, I know she. I give her props for her writing and like, but I mean, Mariah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, okay. I mean, well, she's not
You're
like
fine, baby. I'm a Gen X. You know that I have a. Anyway, go ahead. Tell me
Right,
what you
well-
like about Taylor Swift.
well, I mean, yeah, she can write, I guess, but I mean, like, I don't know, Mariah, like, I feel like she only recently got props for her songwriting abilities, even though she's been doing it for years. I mean, which is weird. But yeah, of course, we all know she can sing her ass off, 5 octaves, all of that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with certain people, like, you just got to give people their props, even and make sure that I don't know, make sure that that's known. Even if they're making like a ton of money off of it, and most of us will never see that kind of fame or notoriety in our lifetimes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Before I let you go, Tyler, what is your favorite Mariah Carey song?
Oh, sure.
Or songs, plural. It doesn't have to be one.
I have a lot.
Oh, you're a lamb.
Yes,
you're one
I'm
of
a
the
lamb.
lambs.
I'm a young lamb. Yeah. I'd say like Butterfly. Always Be My Baby. That's another one. My mom likes to play that song too. She thinks of me when she hears it. There's a lot.
So I want you to go check out, and I'm sure you're familiar, but if you're in case you aren't, the Always Be My Baby remix featuring Escape. And
yes, I
the
just listened to that today, actually.
Yes, that's a great one. And one of my favorite Mariah songs, and I have several as well, but my favorite is Vanishing off
her
first
album.
Yes.
Love that song.
Because my girl gave you voice and piano, and that's it.
That's it.
You bitches better recognize, because none of y'all hoes can give voice and piano, and that's it. Okay.
Like that. Like that.
That part. Oh, Tyler, I always am so encouraged to hear you. I love you so much. I'm so appreciative that somebody as smart and as wonderful and as informed as you, as well raised as you, like, you support the platform and the program, Tyler, and that means a lot to me. And again, you are our youngest viewer by far, so thank you.
Yep.
So thank you for trying to keep us a little young, a little young out here. I love you so much for that.
Yep. Love you too.
Okay, baby, go pet that puppy.
Oh, yep. Oh, you hear the dog. Yep. I will.
Happy holidays, baby.
You too. Talk to you later.
Right. That's Tyler. That's my son. That's why I be shouting out Tyler, my son. Because Tyler's the upstanding young man out here. You hear him, Lady Alex. You hear that good Gen X rearing. My young man has been out here raised properly. And I love it. It's all in the parenting, you guys. I've seen examples of bad parenting. I've seen some examples of Gen X parenting Gen Z very badly. I'm not naming no names. Them niggas. But yes, but Tyler is not them niggas. Tyler is been raised, trained up well in the world. James, you see him? You hear him? That's what I'm talking about. Zinzi Bell, what's up, baby? I'm hearing blowing in wind. The answer,
is that me?
Is blowing in the mic. Who is that?
Is it me? Is it?
Yes.
Oh, it's Vesper. Hey.
It's DJ Vesper X. What's up? How are you?
I just
Vesper?
come to say hey. No, I'm just playing.
I was about to say, now listen, all y'all, my Stay Hey all stars, every single one of you. I don't want to talk about nothing. I just wanted to say hey. And it's like, I need y'all to cut it out, because y'all all y'all do be in the chat is talking about shit. So I mean,
no, I really didn't just come in just to say hey. I mean, I did come to say hey, but not just to say hey, you know?
Oh, Yes. How are you feeling, babe? You look great.
Well, thank you. I've gained like 20 pounds over the last year,
Shit.
but
Okay.
I'm doing, yeah. So I keep missing the disability support chat the last few times, but I've been trying. And I appreciate it. I appreciate Mama Lorraine and Anna and all of them setting that up. And I appreciate you for doing your show every day or twice a week, because I know that ain't easy. And I just came here to show love. And I did want to talk about the Cassie thing, but I'm going to leave it for Afra.
No, whoa. I mean, but we can take opinions. We can take rolling opinions until we get to Afra's analysis and commentary. I mean, what from what has been revealed so far, and again, I'm getting snatches of it. That not
Me
only did
too.
he abuse her, he sexually assaulted her. What was the shit about Kid Cudi was crazy that he blew up Kid Cudi's car because Kid Cudi was flirting with her and Kid Cudi confirmed that shit. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
your
He
thoughts?
didn't do it, but he said he threatened to do it.
And then it happened.
Yeah. Oh, it did?
That it will confirm if you could. Because I thought Kid Cudi's car did get blowed up. Maybe I have that. Maybe I am a little bit mistaken in recounting.
I thought it was that he threatened to and almost
I think he did it. I think they said he did it.
Oh, fuck.
Blew up his car. I wonder what kind of car it was. Thank you, Will.
Well, look, I've been following Cassie since she came out. And honestly, I never really liked her as an artist. I thought she had a decent voice. She was very pretty. But I'm also aware of what was really going on behind the scenes because I was a big fan of Ryan Leslie. Ryan Leslie produced her whole album.
That's right. And he was crazy in love with her. And then
they were dating. They were dating. And then all of a sudden they break up. She's with Diddy. And then Ryan Leslie totally left the music game. Now, mind you, I believe he has a PhD. He comes from money, and he went to Harvard or Juilliard or something crazy. I can't remember, but I know he has a really so his family was very disappointed that he became a musician, but he's classically trained. So he did it for him to go through all of that pushback from his family to become a musician and then suddenly to just leave the game. I knew something was up. So now it's okay, now that she must have finally got away from him and got to a safe place where she could actually get away from him. But I always thought it was weird that he was dating Cassie, yet he was still married to other women.
Okay, and everybody knew it. I mean, Cassie was around, when Diddy was still having kids with Kim Porter. You know what I mean?
Right.
But to your point about watching Cassie's from when she first emerged, most of us of a certain age, I won't ever forget that 106 in Park performance. Right, her first time. It was obviously her first time ever performing anywhere. But she sang her hit single "Me and You." And it was not good. And I remember the online response or whatever passed for the online response at the time was, why is Diddy putting this girl out here? She's not ready. She was not ready for prime time. And he was like, everybody just give her a chance and, everybody develops. But I remember thinking, as an experienced as a producer, as an artist manager, as Diddy was, why did he throw this young girl out there in deep water before she was ready? And it just looked odd to me. And it's obviously he has an interest in something beyond her career. And that's what it turned out to be just that. Now I can't remember how many years apart they are. I'm going to guess quite a bit because I think Cassie might have been 17, 18.
He's old enough to be her daddy.
Right. And then I remember the whole story about when she did get married, when she left Diddy and decided to marry her husband, very cute white man, who was he was her personal trainer. And Diddy was paying for his services when he and Cassie ended up falling in love. But I remember the story circulating had something to do with Diddy was giving her a $50,000 a month allowance, you know what I'm saying, for maintenance for like hair and clothes and shit. So she was definitely a kept woman. But it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's like, I mean, I never really paid too much. I don't pay attention to people in the industry and their personal lives, right? Like, I feel like a lot of us consume that content and then that creates a market for that content, right? So, like, for me, in my morals, I don't gossip, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look into other people's business. So a lot of what you're telling me right now, I'm hearing for the first time. It's just like I pay attention passively. There's certain things that you can't ignore.
Well, there's that, but the reason I even know some of this stuff, Vesper, is because I mean, young black or black women period in urban radio, we are pigeonholed into being the gossip mistresses. So I was always mining for gossip. What's the you know what I mean? So that's how I even know this shit. I don't know any of this shit now. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, I was like, you know what, fuck all this gossip shit. But I know, to your point, yeah, under normal circumstances I would not have known any of these people's business like that, but it was at a time where I had to pay attention, where I felt as though I had to.
Right.
So yes, baby, it was going down. Yes.
Yeah, but
but you're right about Ryan Leslie. Like,
there's also a lot of other things that I know from personal experience that I can't really talk about, but like the industry does a lot of really weird, like, secret society shit. And I feel like there's parts of that going on in this story too, because
right, because
a lot of what they do. Yeah, a lot of what they do is it's dark magic. It's based on traumatization and taking away someone's free will, But at the same time, we're also seeing an emerging market within the music, industry of high vibrational music, like high vibrational music that's coming from the intention of unconditional love. And Andre 3000's new album, I don't know if you've heard it yet.
Is it good? I'm soliciting opinions. I'm soliciting opinions.
It is so good. And the thing about it is, it's like there's no lyrics. There is no lyrics. It's just him and a flute. And it's very, it's meditation music. It's very relaxing, like I'm getting a massage type music. But like, it's 432 hertz, which is all I do. The kind of music that I do, it's tuned to the frequency of the human body and the planet, right? So it resonates with you. And it's just, I'm loving it. Like, I was like,
no lyrics, like literally
no lyrics,
no words on the whole album.
The whole album.
Wow. Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's really, really good. But it reminded me a lot of like Dawn Richard did an album last year with another artist called Pigments. And it's a lot like that without lyrics, because she uses her voice as another instrument for that same type of, like, it's very, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this new emerging genre of music where it's like a mixture of like hip hop and R&B with meditation music. I don't know how else to describe it. There's one other artist that I think has been on it for a while, but she's a UK artist that a lot of people don't know about, and I love her. Her name is Green Tea Pink. Her music is all 432 hertz, and it's like a mixture of like meditation music with R&B, with reggae, and spoken word. Like, you could not put her in a box of any kind of genre, but I love her music. So I just came on here to talk about music, because I'm like, you want to talk about music. There's some weird things going on in the industry, but there's also some beautiful things going on in the industry, but you wouldn't know because it's an industry.
That's right. That's right. And all the garbage is being pushed to the top and, distributed widely. But I am intrigued by your description of Andre 3000's new album. Like, I wasn't gonna pay no attention to it, but I was gonna. It was gonna do. I would people whose musical opinions that I trust and whose opinions I find credible. That's who I was looking to hear from before I would even consider listening to the album. To be honest, so but Vesper, I do respect your musical opinion quite a bit. So,
I mean, it was like a score. It was like a score. It was like it reminded me of, like the only other album I've ever had that gave me like a visual from sound was Erykah Badu's New America Part 1. That one, like, you could sit back, close your eyes, and it's like it gives you a whole visual. It's almost like watching a movie, right? Same thing with this Andre 3000 album. It's like you could just sit back and close your eyes, and it's almost like you're astro projecting.
Whoa, that's probably the intention. You know, Dre, and you know Badu, like the Soul Queer, they've been on that alien shit for a long time, and it truly has come up thematically in their music, in their videos, like in their visuals, like they are about transcending like this sort of earthly, you know, experience in the earthly plane, and you know, whatever. But no, when you say astral projection, I was like, wow, okay. Now,
yeah, it was like I was floating around, just observing, and like, you know, it was a very interesting experience, and I like music that gives you an experience.
Ooh, a mushroom experience. I may have to integrate. we may have to integrate some psychedelics with that first listening of the Dre 3000 album there, Vesper.
Yeah, I just wish some of these Atlanta artists would actually come out with some songs that said "Stop Cop City."
Whoa, that's too much like right. Who was the young man that also was the young thug or thug, little thug? I don't know. Who was it that got indicted by Frawny Willis?
It was Young Thug.
Young Thug. He should. Where's his Stop
Look,
Cop
I
City?
don't like his music. I don't like his music, but yeah, he doesn't say nothing like "Stop Cop City," and I find that very interesting because I'm also out here like, I don't like his music, and he probably was doing some, you know, ratchet shit. But you can't use somebody's lyrics against them in court. That's unconstitutional, period. Like, we are on the front lines here in Atlanta, and I've just been doing my best with my little bit of following on Twitter to try to spread the word. We have other candidates. There are 4 other candidates in the race that have called for a ceasefire.
What race, baby?
The election.
The presidential
election. Okay. Yes. There are 4 candidates running for president right now that have said "Stop Cop City" and said ceasefire. It's Marianne Williamson, Cornel West, Claudia De La Cruz, and Jill Stein. Those are the only viable candidates, and we need to start framing the conversation like that early. It is a year away from the election. I know a lot of us that follow you, Kim, are not voting for Jim Crow Joe, Genocide Joe, or Trump. So we got to start doing our part, spreading word, because one drop of purity can cleanse a cesspool.
Like, I listen, if Dr. West or Claudia are on the ballot, like, I'm voting for one of them, right? Like, that's not even a question. But I know Renee has talked about this. Renee Johnson has talked about, you know, ballot access, and are these Bama's going to hustle hard enough to get on the ballot? I mean, Jill Stein might be on the ballot. I mean, whoever's on the ballot, Vesper, you know what I'm saying? I know it's an uphill process.
I'm just going to write them in.
Party candidates. Well, shit, that's a wonderful idea also. You can do that too.
But I'm not voting for Joe. I'm not voting for any of these Democrats here in Atlanta that push this Cop City on us. I definitely won't vote for any Republican. I have not seen any Republican that says anything coherent. But definitely not any of these neoliberal Democrats. We have to do a lot more vocalization. You know, a lot of us have been sitting back since 2016 and watching. And now is the time for us to speak our minds, because I know there's a lot of people that are afraid to speak up because they're afraid of confrontation and the backlash. And believe me, I receive it all the time on Twitter. But we have to, because if we don't control the narrative, the machine will control the narrative. And we cannot let them hold democracy hostage. That's what they're doing by trying to run Joe Biden and Trump. Because they're just trying to hold it hostage. And it goes deeper than just the presidential election. We got a lot of progressives running up against incumbents. We need to look in our area at those progressives that are running up against incumbents and tell our immediate people around us, hey, that's the person that you need to vote for. The mainstream media isn't talking about them. That's the sign that they're actually going to help us.
That's right.
So I just wanted to come on and say all of that. I don't want to take everybody else's time. I love you.
Jasper, I love you so much. I'm first of all, I'm taken aback how handsome you. I mean, you coming off. I mean, it's glowy. Look at the hairline intact. Look at the skin flawless. I mean, you just looking beautiful today. So I just appreciate you
Well,
making some
thank you.
time to come on and say hi. You know, I adore you. Please give Hubs some love. From us, from all of us here at the Fire Fair, and keep up the good work,
Hugs.
Jasper. You're doing the work that we have been begging white folks to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're collecting your people, and that's important. That is work, and we know because we know how obstinate some of the
Yeah.
thicker headed white folks can be. That's work, and it doesn't come without consequence. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the ignorant whites, they push back. I'm sure they push back.
And they're very loud and vocal and mean and rude with their pushback, but they're the minority. They may be loud, but they are the minority now. A good example of, I mean, the reason why I also brought up the deep music thing is because right now this planet is going through a transition. Like, I think I've talked to you about this on Instagram, where there is two different worlds right now. There's the world of we want change, and there's the world of we want to go back to the way things were 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. And we have to be, we have reached critical mass.
Yes.
The way people are pushing back against what's going on in Palestine is a perfect example. They did not expect this kind of reaction from the public, especially the world public. So we have to keep this kind of energy up for the rest of our lives, really.
It's funny that you say that because I was scrolling Twitter today and I saw a video. I don't know if it was posted by Alan Dershowitz, but it was of Alan Dershowitz, right? The famous lawyer. I think he's the law professor, one of the
yeah.
He's a huge Zionist, Dershowitz. He was part of OJ's Dream Team. Dershowitz was on Twitter and posted the video that I saw posted. He was like, how did the March for Israel only get 60,000 when the pro-Palestine march got 300,000? He said, this is a problem. Like, it's a problem. But he was raising concerns and alarm that, that message, that Zionist message is falling flat. And the fact that in America, a nation that supports the Israeli, imperialist state, in America, they couldn't get only 60,000 to come to the mall when the week prior, hundreds of thousands came out in support of Palestine. They're losing the propaganda war, clearly. You know what I'm saying? They're not ready to concede yet, and they're not going to concede, but we might be.
They're never going to concede. Yeah, I mean, also, Marianne Williamson will not be mentioned because there's one thing people don't know, and I know from being behind the scenes, the DNC has told the mainstream media pundits at every single network to not mention Marianne. It's okay to mention any other candidate running up against Biden because they're pick and chosen, right? They're chosen by the elites. They're backed by Silicon Valley. They're okay to mention, but Marianne, no, we can't mention her. So that's telling right there because I have issues with Marianne. She is not the perfect candidate, but she is a far better candidate than Biden. And I feel like this propaganda war, what you were talking about, the propaganda war, that's what this is really about. Like, they control the narrative. We've been doing the work, right? Like, a lot of the reason why this pushback, what's going on in Palestine happened is because of people like you, people like Kamal, people like everyone at BPM, like, just been doing the work well before October 7th of telling people what's really going on in Palestine. So now when the shit hit the fan, everybody's like, oh, this is what y'all been talking about. So we got to keep doing that because eventually people are going to be like, Marianne who? Oh, yeah, somebody told me about her. Mm-hmm. Oh, Cornel West? Oh, there is a third-party candidate that actually has values that match my own. So we have to do that. Talk to people, especially over this Thanksgiving break. Love and light, y'all. Love and light. That's how we will get through this, is teamwork. None of us are going to be able to do it alone. But we are a team. I love you,
Wise
Kim.
words. I love you, y'all. Follow DJ Vesper
Oh,
X
thank you.
on Instagram and on Twitter. DJ Vesper X. Go find him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vesper. You're the wonderfulest. Mwah.
Peace,
It's so
Fire fam.
wonderful. Bye, baby. Oh, we love Vesper. He's so wonderful. Hey, Fire fam, my phone has died. So whatever's going on in the chat, I'm completely oblivious to. So, we just gonna keep it pushing. Wilbert, have you put on a shirt yet, sir? And maybe everybody will be fine if you came on here shirtless. I'm not, well, maybe I am. Let me shut up. I was gonna say I'm not trying to objectify you here, but fuck, maybe why not? Wait, that's not Will. Who was that?
It's Zenzi. Oh my gosh. I cannot.
What you doing here? How you getting my live? What you doing here?
I jumped in. I jumped in. I just clicked on the link and I jumped in.
Yes. Jump on in. How are you? Oh my God, you're gorgeous too. Look at that skin. Girl. Let me rub my face. Let me rub my cheek up against your cheek so I can get some of that glow. Shit. How are you?
I'm good. I know my dear sweet Afra is going to say something, but I'm going to say something too. Not necessarily about Cassie, except I believe Cassie. For those of you who might not know, I went to Howard a year before Puffy. I do not call him Diddy because that sounds ridiculous. Puffy's ridiculous, but Diddy's ridiculous.
Right.
I came into Howard a year before Puffy did. We did not hang in the same circles at all. That's all I'm gonna say. And considering the fact that
DC was wild, girl. Was DC wild that first year you was at Howard? I can only imagine. What was that? 90, 89? Like when was that?
I have no
You have to tell me.
Okay, I graduated high school in 1986. Okay.
Okay, you and Jackie same age. Got it.
Yeah, we're the same age. So DC was wild, but I came from crack era New York City. What? Come on.
Okay.
So,
fair enough.
I was walking around the city like, oh, okay. I will not talk about, I say this with love. I had never seen rats. Like I saw rats in DC when I was just like, I was coming out of Bird Gymnasium. My freshman year, I had gone to the gym at night and I'm walking down like, wow, that squirrel has a skinny tail. Why he out so late? Man. But anyway, okay.
At least you didn't mistake it for a cat. A lot of people sometimes mistake the rats like, damn, that's a big.
Yeah.
What kind of cat is that? It's not a cat. It is definitely a giant.
Not at all. So
3 foot long rat.
Yeah. So, and in my early 20s, my best friend worked for the record industry for a decade. Mm-hmm. And so, you know things, you see things, you hear things. So the fact that anybody, especially my age, is acting all surprised at this is surprising to me. While I do not discount a level of magic and spirituality in the universe, them motherfuckers ain't magic, they're just evil. It doesn't take magic to gaslight. It doesn't take magic to be manipulative and narcissistic. That's a real. They ain't magic. They just devils of the other kind. So, and you talked about how women were treated back then. I wasn't even working there. I was around, but I saw shit. So it was a given. It was understood. It was, it may have been like, problematic, but you didn't say anything about why is this 30-something-year-old going after a 17-year-old. Jay-Z, I'm not saying, okay. I'm just saying.
Soon as you hit them specific numbers, I already knew who's about to come out. Who else would have came out your mouth? Who else? Who else?
So I mean, and just like I said, all the things that went on. So sorry, listen, I believe her. Okay. And anybody that doesn't is running the same old bullshit that has always been going on. Like I'm zero tolerant for that. So, there you have it. I you know, someone had said something about, well, you know, the floodgates are going to open. I'm like, the floodgates should have opened on this dude like 20 years ago. None of this was a secret.
Easily,
And not even
easily.
him, not even his behavior towards women. His behavior, period.
Period.
Comma,
Yeah,
semicolon,
period.
exclamation point. Like,
period. I mean, just abusive to people, right?
To
Not
people.
exclusively to women.
Exactly, to people.
To people.
Okay, and can I want to quote something that I saw on somebody's Facebook comment. It said, how in the hell does Uptown Records go under and the person who was the intern get millions of dollars to start his own label? The intern.
Can we run down really quick, if we could, for a moment, Zenzi Bell, for those of a certain age who may not understand what kind of roster Uptown Records, Uptown MCA was working with, helmed by Andre Harrell, and Diddy was the intern. We talk about Mary J. Blige. We talk about Guy. I think Guy even was on Uptown MCA at the time. Who else?
Yes.
Heavy D and the Boy. Who else was on Uptown at the time? Everybody.
Everybody.
No, Jodeci. Wasn't Jodeci on Uptown MCA? Shit.
Everybody. And I'm real sorry. Well, I mean, of course, it's already, again, not a secret that he ain't produced none of them motherfuckers. He ain't produced nothing. He put his name on a whole lot of shit. He ain't produced nothing.
Listen, Diddy's emergence as a quote producer was like the first time, I think, in music business history that people was like, nigga, what exactly does a producer do again? Like, if this nigga's a producer, tell me what a producer does, because he ain't write now word. He ain't write a note. He ain't play a note. He ain't play an instrument.
Okay.
He didn't sing. He didn't sing.
Not a one. All right. So I'm just like, okay, are people gonna finally, you know, stop acting like they don't know? Like, yeah.
It's wild, Zenzi Bell. Like, I'm so glad. I mean, again, the full reckoning has yet to be revealed. Like, the fact that that Russell Simmons ass, you know, still ain't been officially dealt with. I like the fact that Russell is scared to come back stateside. I love that.
I like the fact that I hear he's broke. I like the fact that he's, you know, watching. I love that. Okay.
The fact that his daughters drag his ass, I said, y'all better believe every accusation about Russell. Not to say his daughters are making sexual abuse allegations at all, but the fact when daughters start dragging fathers, you better believe that nigga ain't shit. Okay.
Okay. Exactly.
Shit across the board.
Exactly. Because for me, it's just like, I understand if, like, you know, we got some problematic people in our families that we may not speak about, but when you start like, yes, you know, he did some shit. So like all of this, I love the fact that, you know, blinders may be coming off, and maybe we're not seeing people like all the way up here and all of this shit, you know, and we're not idolizing people for doing the bare minimum, you know.
Can I tell you, like, one thought that came through, I mean, just generally about all of this, you know, sort of Me Too reckoning in the black part of the entertainment industry. You know, I just thought about all the people that I had encountered in the business over the years that, you know, had all day pictures with R. Kelly framed in their office. You know what I'm saying? And and I'm like, and it makes me wonder. I'm like, what did them people do with those pictures of R. Kelly? Those pictures of Russell Simmons? Now those pictures of Diddy? You know, that they were so proudly displaying, like, look who I'm standing next to with the, you know, with the dap, you know, everybody dapped up and hugged up, and it's like, wow, like y'all are proud to be associated with actual demons.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know, continue to make excuses. Continue.
What are you seeing? Tell me, what are you seeing when you say continue to make, like, tell me, because I only got aware of the story today, and then when I found out a couple of the details, I said, okay, I'm gonna stop looking, because I don't want to know all this today right now. I might read this over the weekend. But anyway, but in terms of pushback or tell me what you're seeing so far. I haven't even logged into that part.
And you know, like, people now are kind of careful not to say things on my social media posts because I will cut a bitch. But you know, people try to slide things in like, well, you know, the timing, fuck you. Well, you know, she has history being crazy, fuck you too. Crazy people can still be sexually assaulted. I don't want to fucking hear it. Yeah, just, you know, low key. And And other people have mentioned it on their posts about how they're getting pushed back. I'm like, listen, I don't care. I don't have to. You ain't got to be in my circle. So if you say some shit to the left, sometimes for the first time, you're gone. You know, it really depends on how well I know you. But yeah, it is. The thing is, there's still messy ass people out there.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, there's still messy ass people that are not ashamed to be messy. And just like, you know, I now I will say I don't see as much. And I don't know if it's because, you know, the numbers have decreased or they're just like in the corner, you know, stewing and just too afraid to say anything. I don't see nearly as many comments as, you know, just even a couple of years ago. You know, even like when Cosby, you know, that was just off.
Oh my God, that was a disaster. Like,
it was a disaster.
That was a horrific time. That was a bad time to be on the internet because it's like, oh my God. I said, not Jill. Jesus, not Jill too. For fuck's sake, like I'm like, goddamn.
Listen,
who gave you social media?
Jill been problematic. Love her music, but she been problematic for a minute. Okay, I love Jill, love her music, but she been problematic for a minute. You know, stop talking. Just don't talk. So yeah,
just say it, girl.
Just say,
take a long walk.
Just sing. Just get on. Yeah, exactly. Take a long walk. You know. So yeah, I don't see as many. I don't see nearly. You know, I see, and what I love more than anything is, from what I have seen, all the women I have seen say, I believe her. Mm-hmm. All the ones that I have seen. I'm not saying that all the ones have, all the ones that I've seen. Without question. Without, not all men. Fuck you. I've seen,
or without something goofy like for $30 million, that nigga can do blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, shut up, please be quiet.
Oh God,
be quiet, yes. Please be quiet.
Yeah.
Please be quiet.
Yes, exactly. Please shut up. So I'm very happy that I don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm hoping it's an anymore thing, but you know, so this has definitely changed. You know, and I'm just kind of sitting back like, yeah, about damn time that this is, you know, and I'm glad that I'm also glad that I am not the only one that as soon as Kim Porter died, I was like,
did he kill her?
I'm not the only one.
No. Well, part of me thinks that actually Kim Porter might have been an early victim of COVID. Not to delve too deep into conspiracy here, but when maybe, but it was something that didn't sit right with me about her passing. I'm like, this woman is moneyed. Like, I understand she's Black, and in the healthcare system, you know, Black people get
but something
poorer.
Didn't sit right with Albie Shore. Something didn't sit right with Albie Shore when she died. Something didn't sit right with the fact that Albie Shore got sick the way he did. Now you know, may not be a, you know, connoisseur of gossip, but I'll hear some mess. All right. Especially if it's somebody I can't fucking stand. It's just like, look, all bets are off. Whatever.
All bets are off.
So yeah, Albie Shore may have felt a certain way. And I also always side-eyed, you know, the narrative that Puffy just took in his son and Albie Shore abandoned his kid and blah, blah. I was like, that man ain't never been that altruistic in his fucking what?
So hold on real quick, Zenzi Bell, for everybody, because I know we have varying demographics that watch this program. Okay. So we're talking about Sean P. Diddy Combs, okay? Sean P. Diddy Combs had a long relationship with a woman named Kim Porter. Kim Porter died a few years ago from, I think, complications
like 47
related
years old.
Right, she was very young. Like, she was a young woman in her 40s. She had 3 of his children. She had the twins, Christian, and is Justin hers, or is Justin?
I think Justin is Justin hers. I don't know. I assume, but I could be wrong.
So she was like his bottom chick, basically. Kim Porter was for a long time. But Kim Porter previously had a child with R&B singer Albie Shore. His name is Quincy. He's an actor. He does different things. He is the spitting image of Albie Shore. This motherfucker looks just like
yes,
Albie
he
Shore.
is. He's so pretty.
He looked just like Albie Shore. I used to watch him on Star because I loved Star, by the way. Like I don't know what it was about that show. And I'm like, this is probably the youngest I'm ever gonna get by watching the show Star. But he was on Star, and I just remember looking at him, knowing how old he was. But I'm like, God damn, you fine just like your daddy used to be fine. You fine just like your daddy was fine in '88. Like, woo! Yes. But anyway, so Diddy has all of these random deaths or odd sicknesses. You know, I mean, starting with Biggie, but probably not even with Biggie, because I think we could even go back to the basketball game at Queen at City College,
City
right?
College, and a very close friend of mine had to go to the funeral of a couple of people he knew. You know, so yeah, it was terrible, and yeah, he got. But Diddy and it's not even. It's not even the fact that he was responsible for so many deaths and mysterious incidences and some shit that went down in the shootout in Atlanta and people getting beat up in their like offices, which apparently was a thing back then that I didn't know. The fact that he got away with every single one of them. The fact that he got away without even sometimes not even a report about it.
So is it correct that when Diddy spun off Bad Boy, wasn't it Clive Davis sort of behind that? Like, I mean, obviously, Puffy has been protected by a more powerful benefactor than he, right? Like, so he could acquire all this influence and power in the business. And again, like the fact that he's lauded as this mogul, I'm like, well, Diddy has only enriched himself. Like all of his artists are broke.
All of them. Broken, sometimes broken dead.
And dead.
Okay.
What kind of mogul is that?
Thank you. Biggie, from what I read, Biggie was broke when he died. He had resorted back to selling drugs.
After he was on the speedboat in the Hypnotized video?
Yes.
Like,
after that, he was so broke he went back to selling drugs.
Listen. That story that came out about Diddy giving his artists back they publishing, that shit, I was like, eh. But then when I heard out, when they listed the artists, they were like, Notorious B.I.G. I'm like, whoa. Wait, Biggie's estate never had access to his full publishing? Like, you know, the royalties or revenue from his own catalog for what, the past 25 years? Like,
there is a book that I have and I read, and my mouth was hanging open the entire time I read the book, called Dance with the Devil by Mark Curry, who was
an artist on Bad Boy.
Yes, who Puffy stole raps from and claimed to be his own. Yeah, and beats and many other things. Yeah, Mark Curry. Ooh, child. And Mark is like, when Puffy had given up, because Mark Curry is like on Instagram, and you know, sometimes he's a mess and sometimes, you know, it's relevant or whatever. But he had a live when like the day after Puffy, he was just like, first of all, they're not worth anything now. And second of all, like, this man doesn't give up anything just out of the goodness of his heart. Like, don't be fooled, you know. So yeah. And third of all,
Afra's on. Showing me this shows. Hey, Afra, oh my gosh, you look beautiful too. Look at y'all. Damn it, I'm over here looking like a gnome, but y'all in here gorgeous. Okay, that's fine. Hey, what's going on?
We are finally in the same space.
Because you had on yours.
We are finally in the same space, even though we can't be physically in the same space. We're finally in the same space.
The three of us.
Yes. I was like, just bring me in because, you know, Kim and I are like trouble, and so are Zinzi and I. So the three of us together.
I would love to get in trouble with y'all, and we have to add Renee to the mix when we go to New York.
Bring all four of us. Okay, listen. Okay, I am the best tour guide. You never thought you would.
I believe you. I believe you. And see, I have so much of New York to see because, again, I'm a child, obviously. Like, I've only been to Manhattan. I've never been outside of Manhattan.
Yeah, you need to hit Brooklyn, and I have a car.
Oh shit!
Okay. I have a car.
You have a chariot.
Yes.
That is a
she's
state.
15 years old, but she's very reliable.
I'll take it.
Very reliable.
I will take it. Afra, what part of the world are you joining? What corner of the world are you joining us from? And I know you have opinions about this Cassie Diddy situation that I'd love to hear.
Down the street from you.
Oh, good. Okay, you're home. You're home.
Mhm.
Or one of the homes.
She's at her other home.
She's at her other home. Her other home.
One of them. One of them. Yeah. No, my home. Yeah. 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 This. I was like, as soon as I heard it, and then they didn't talk about it on BPM today. Like they started talking just a little bit, and I love them, and also can't stand them sometimes. But
It was a wild tangent this morning.
You need to have women's voices in your liberation. But
they do. They put the both of y'all.
Every time,
yeah, but they need some.
Not in some antagonist, but every single time you're talking about liberation, because how are you liberating without women? But I digress. But when they started to say a little bit about it, I was just like, I know Kim is going to talk about this, and not because it's celebrity gossip, but because it's just why I said. First off, why do people have such a hard time believing that someone with influence, power, money, a man with influence, power, money could be a monster when men that ain't got shit? They have zero. They have nothing. They have less than nothing. Will be a monster to anyone that they think is just even a little bit less than them, and they always think that some woman has to
and we'll get away
with it because my mama and my sister and I have a mother and a sister and daughters and I respect women. No, that does not automatically mean that you respect women.
No, because there's your mama, your daughter, and your sister, and then it's them bitches over there. It's the rest of them bitches.
And sometimes that's exactly where you got it from, and or where you started your nasty work.
That's true. That's so true. And the thing is, like, see, I see our brothers really struggling with these conversations, and I don't know how to respond to their struggles. You understand? Because it's like, we can do blanket condemnations, but I think it has to be vocalized. Like it is not implied that behavior like Diddy or R. Kelly or this one or that one, Russell Simmons, it's not universally understood that they have done something wrong or worthy of condemnation. Like, so I think it needs to be like explicitly like rang through the ringer. Like, why? Like, I think I want to hear our brothers identify predatory behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop bigging up 40-some-year-old men who got 18-year-old girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like that there's a power dynamic that is off in that, and it is worthy of criticism. It needs to be criticized. You know what I mean? I mean, just on a variety of things. Like, there's this book I've been checking out, and it's called Men Who Hate Women. But it's this white woman who's been delving into the manosphere, the online manosphere. But what I realized from listening to this book, I'm like, there's no check to the manosphere. Like, there's no good corner of the manosphere where the brothers are giving a response or a critical, analysis to the bullshit that a lot of these manospheric ass personalities are imparting upon our young boys, especially young boys and men, giving them these very fucked up takes about women and about relationships. Like, where is the counter to that, especially coming from Black men?
It's not loud enough. It's not loud enough, because I will say that, and of course it's probably based on what I like, what I know, what I consume. I will say that I'm thankful and fortunate that I do speak to plenty of men that are counter of those things, and that's why I'm like, okay, I literally just won't. I refuse to consume only that, and when it comes up, it's just like, nope, I don't even. You know what? I'm not even interested in hearing nothing else you have to say. Delete, close, off. I don't want to hear it. I'm not over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to sit and consume misogyny as like a sport. I'm not going to do it.
You aren't, but the young men who don't, I mean, and I can't even speak to what, familial influences they have or what they don't have, because sometimes they get these fucked up ideas right from their father who live in the house with them, right? So,
or from women,
right?
Or from women.
Or some women, exactly. I agree.
The women that are angry toward other women and project that into the men that are in their lives as well. I mean, it's there's a lot of internalized misogyny in women as well. So that's why I said when I
when I start, if it's too much of that going on, and there's no way for me, you know, if it's a direct conversation, we can talk because I got a mouth. I'm not quiet. If it's something that I can turn off, it's off. I'm not gonna sit and subject myself over and over to, you know, so like I literally just like, nope, click, nope, this is, you know, like I'm not even, I don't even bother sometimes because a lot of people sit and fight in comments and stuff. I'm not doing, I'm not taking my precious time. I need to watch, I need to catch up on Kim Brown, on Burn It Down with Kim Brown. I need to catch up on all my shit that I have to do. I'm not going to sit and spend hours of my day consuming your nasty work that's anti-woman. No.
So what the other part of this book that she points out is that these ideas just don't live on the internet, right? So these ideas and these comments and these views, like these are attached to actual people who will take these ideas and make them actions into the real world, and it can represent as violence against women. So I'm with you, Afra. Like I don't consume it, but I'm aware that it is being consumed at very, very big levels, right? And that's what makes me the most concerned. Because again, I know there's plenty of good brothers out here. There's good brothers that is with us tonight. There's a good brother behind the scenes pushing the buttons with us tonight. Like there's lots of good brothers. I don't doubt that, but I'm talking about in terms of the conversations in the count, especially maybe online. Maybe be more specific to online spaces, but it's so loud with misogyny. Like if there are brothers out here that are trying to counter that, they're getting drowned out. And I think they need to be a little bit more vocal and loud.
I agree 100%. And no, I have zero patience for that bullshit. Like I will cut a bitch in the comments. I've done it on the Remix Show, but like I know a bunch of brothers that are good brothers. One in particular who I've known, like we grew up in the same neighborhood and everything. And it's tough because he's, pretty much like I don't fuck with these dudes. Like I'm a dude, now I don't fuck with them. I've divested from my own fucking species and shit because I can't,
I've heard brothers give that sentiment.
Okay. He's just like, I fucking cannot, he just basically goes off on his own, travels, does his shit by himself or whatever, but yeah. And I think a lot of people are like that, but it's just like, yeah, you have to hold your boys accountable. And someone made a powerful statement yesterday that I haven't seen for the first time, but I don't see very often. Someone said, I've never heard any man admit that he himself was an abuser or was sexually abusing someone or sexually abused someone in the past or present or future. Never heard any man admit that openly. So who are these mysterious men that no one seems to know? Because no one seems to know.
Well, you know what? They do. They do. They will. Well, there's the Reformed and all this stuff, but in
often, a different context, yeah.
But often they do, and they will tell themselves when they don't think that they either did something wrong, that there's a repercussion and stuff. The Joe Budden talking about stealthing, right? That was like, and I will tell you this, that I think I mentioned it to Kim. I posted the story or something like that. And I had an offline conversation with an old classmate that said, oh, I think I did that before. And I said, excuse me? And he said, yeah, my girl, we was together for a while, and, I just, I took it off and and I was just like, and so I went into a whole thing with him. And he was like really contrite and apologetic and just like, yeah, I was young and was dumb. And I was like, you know what? Let me explain to you what you actually did. And then I told him about having something like that happen to me. I said, so I don't even think you even realize, and if you never told her or said something or acknowledged it, even now, even if that was 20 years ago, you need to. What I was like, because you don't know what it may. I said she may not have thought anything of it. She may not have, or she may have felt something very deep because she gave consent to you already. And she may have said yes if you had asked, but you took a choice.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
Stop. You took the choice away, and I said, and honestly, it's more violent. And so this is where we can it can segue into the Cassie thing. In some ways, it's more violent. In some ways, in internal violence, where you feel that you put yourself in a position where you trust someone, where you have good feelings, where you have happy feelings, where you have some sort of expectation of kindness, of something good out of a relationship or a situation. It's not the what do you call it, the monster in the alley, that's walking down the street and you're like, oh my God, because I'll tell you, y'all know I'm a fighter. Somebody that I don't know comes after me, I'm fucking them up. I'm fighting. I don't have a problem.
Y'all, keep going. Will, do me a favor. Take me off screen real quick. I gotta let Bagheera out. I'll be right back. Y'all continue as you are, or can you take me off, Will? Or do I need to turn my camera off?
Yeah.
Go and come back.
We've taken over Kim Brown show.
Yes.
But I don't have a problem with, and most of us don't have a problem with fighting against an enemy that is an enemy.
Exactly.
Fighting against someone that is clearly against you, that's clearly trying to attack you, that's clearly trying to harm you, that has no good intention towards you. But when you have someone that is a lover, a friend, a neighbor, a family member, someone, now we're talking about, when you talk about a Diddy, someone that you've seen as this big, huge figure, and I did actually read through some of the court documents. It was like 35 pages. And, the attorney obviously, wrote through what her feelings were, because why didn't she say anything before? Well, first of all, if you look into the documents, it says that the last incident where she finally got away happened in 2018. That's also when Kim Porter died. And I remember Kim Porter dying, and the whole, him being so extra. And I shouldn't say extra because of course anybody that actually does care for someone, and has children with them and everything, you could be a very good person, married off to someone else, whatever, and kids and whatever, and somebody that you loved passes, and that's the mother of your children, and especially children that are still growing up. Of course, you're going to have some kind of feeling, whatever, about that person. Now, I remember Cassie finally being out. And at the time, I remember having a feeling like, okay, so she finally had enough. And that was without even getting into any type of allegations of abuse or whatever, but just the fact of like, okay, you know what? This woman that you had these children with in between their relationship, and you already know that I'm actually not opposed to people having polyamorous relationships if it's open, consensual, whatever.
Exactly. Right.
They might not talk about it, but they do. But it's like, he hasn't married any of these women. He didn't marry any of them. He had triplets, really. He had project triplets, but twins with one.
Yeah.
Okay. In the middle of having this other relationship that was very public.
Yep.
And Kim was sometimes, and so here it is, now she dies, and now he was just so publicly in grief. And it was like, okay, so Cassie finally had enough of it, and she's out. But now we know what's more happening. And she said that she, in the document, she said that they had like a dinner or something that she thought was going to be them finally just getting everything done and resolved, closing out their business. And when they got, I guess, I don't know if he drove her home, whatever, but when they got back to her home, she was going into her home, and he forced his way in, and he attacked her. So when someone says, why did she wait till 2018? That's 5 years ago. In the last 3, almost 4 years, we've been in the midst of a pandemic. And if he did that, whether it was before or after Kim Porter passed away, there's just so much there to unpack. But why did she wait? If this man, and then the car explosion. Now that,
yes, I was about to mention that.
When you talk about intimidation, because I'll just say this, y'all know, if any of you have followed me at all on Instagram, or even just here and there with some of the conversations with Kim on YouTube or on IG Live when we would do the after party, right? And I've posted not a lot, but I sing, and I've been, if you didn't know, I sing, right? And I've been in situations, and I left the industry for a minute. I left my pursuit of the industry for a minute. Not that I was so deeply involved, but I would say I was very interconnected with a whole lot of people, places, and things. And I will say, thankfully, I didn't see a lot of things firsthand, probably because I have divine protection. And also because I question everything, and I have a mouth, so people would see, oh, she's cute girl, oh, she can say, when they see you, they want to see, oh, she's cute, oh, she can do, like, and oh, but her body looks like that, because I've had this body since puberty hit. Okay, I didn't pay for it. Genetics did it. People pay a lot of money to get the body that I've had since I was about 13, 14, and I'm not even saying that because I'm trying to brag, because to tell you the truth, it was actually kind of traumatic for me, because I went from being like very, straight, skinny, like thinking I was going to get a little bit this or that, and just like boom, boom, boom. And it was like, what is this? So it was actually kind of traumatic for me. But here it is. I've been looking like this, and I've also been thinking this way. I've always, my intellect is always 1000% more than I think I'm beautiful. I think I'm intelligent. More than I think I'm talented. I think I'm kind, and I'm studious, and I read, and all these things. So one thing I learned, the industry does not care for that.
Oh no,
not at all. No,
they don't want you to be thoughtful.
And I was not good at, just.
Why do you think I had a lot of difficulty, just for the simple fact that, I mean, I don't like to play up that I'm cute. You understand? Like, I know I'm cute, but I don't, if I wasn't coiffed and dressed for the male gaze, that I was doing something incorrect. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't doing everything that I could to look sexy, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't, we try to work on your image, But also, like, in terms of speaking of like shit that I saw in the industry, I don't know how much like coercion I saw, but I did see a not insignificant amount of women know that they could leverage sex for gain, right? Like I saw girls, and I mean, and that's can be a debate, I think, even within women's spaces. Should you or do you use your like sex to get ahead? Like, will you fuck for a position? Will you fuck for a promotion? Like, a lot of people will. There's not a shortage of people who are down to do that.
For
but it's like,
ain't judging. I ain't, I ain't judging.
But it makes you feel some kind of way, because again, throw out the idea of a meritocracy. Like, it can't be
absolutely.
who works the hardest and who does the best.
Fact that it has to be that way. I fucking hate the fact that it has to be that way. But I could be pointing no fingers at no sister for doing it.
Here's the thing.
That shit has to be that way.
The misogyny of it all is, even if you do, that does not mean and guarantee that you will.
That part right there.
That also.
Okay. That right there. So that's because the audacity of the men is like, they could, like I said, they can be here or they can have nothing. And they will still feel entitled to see, do, and and abuse in all these ways. And I'm not saying, and of course, no, it's not all the men, it's not all the white people.
I don't say
it's
all
not
men. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay, no. I'm being facetious.
That's my
right?
statement all the time.
Right, exactly. So we already know, but it's just like I said, it's just the fact that, or because I've also dealt with, because I look the way that I look. Oh, she must be fucking this, that, and the third person. So whichever way you spin it, it's just, what I'm saying, it's just that. But the part of, like you said, the male gaze, well, look, what if I just like to look this way? What if I literally don't have any intention of it? If I put this on, and you put this on, it looks different on you versus
Exactly.
me. And guess what? There's always somebody cuter, prettier, skinnier, taller. There's always somebody doing something more than what you, whether it's the way they look, whether it's what they're going to do, whether it's, or hey, they might actually sound better than you. Cassie, there's a couple things on Cassie, because I swear that I ran across Cassie sometime, in New York City way back when, or whatever, as a teenager. But when I was a teenager and she was just, somebody, and they were talking, because, if I heard somebody talking about music stuff or whatever, I'd be like kind of, nosy as my young teen self riding on the subways, right? But, and I remember thinking, I think I saw that girl before. Okay, whatever. So she comes out. You were talking about Ryan Leslie and how he just left the business. I think Vesper brought that up. Mm-hmm. She comes out. She's not a standout vocalist. Okay,
that's putting it very nicely. That's putting it very nicely.
And trust me, so even this, like, I learned to do this because I used to be like, well, so and so, I was up for parts. I had opportunities, things, whatever, that some much bigger artists were also up for it. And, at one point they said that they wanted to cast somebody that was like unknown and, like new and young, but. And then suddenly it turned around and they were casting this really big artist. It was like, well, you could still, audition for this or that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because look, I didn't have any, and I don't have any big feature roles under my belt. So the fact that they were actually interested in me as the star of a big production, well, it wasn't even as big as it was going to be until they brought in someone very big. And then this person, well, I'm trying not to tell myself. just having situations where people have gone out, they've left this world, and then where somebody else, was put into a position, and now they're the big star, and so that's who's going to be doing that. And it's like the fact that I was even in a space that I was being considered, it would be like, oh, that's pretty cool, but it doesn't pay me anything, and no one cares about the millions of things that you didn't do. And am I going to say, oh, well, that person must have done this or done that? No, I'm not going to. One thing I know is that you don't have to have the best voice. You don't have to be the prettiest. You don't have to, but your connection, the combination of your connections, your talent, your ambition, who wants to see you prosper, all of those things, all of those things factor into who has the it factor and who becomes a star. Cassie, I think, is probably very similar to the Shanti thing that we heard about before, to this thing with Khalees that we heard about before. I don't even pull Khalees all the way in, but especially the Shanti thing. Cassie is not a vocalist, okay? She can sing a little bit. She's not a vocalist. She's a beautiful girl, or a beautiful woman, I should say, right? She's a beautiful woman. She got popular on a platform that was new, and it was, so she caught a lick and she just kept riding it. And then she ended up running into Diddy, and it just turned into this whole thing. So that was like, ooh, go, right? But I'm sure, and I believe that someone like a Diddy would remind somebody like a Cassie how untalented she is, how impressive she is, how he can do and take, and that's exactly what she said in the document. That's exactly what she said in those documents. So when someone says, why did it take you this long to stay and do this? Do you know how much that girl was with him for? What was it? They said like 10 years.
I'm guessing maybe at least that, if not more. And when she got with him, she was still a teen, right? Like 19, right?
Well, no, they met. So what I read in her documents, they met when she was like 19, and but then they started officially dating maybe 4 or 5 years after meeting.
I'm curious about that timeline, because I'm pretty sure Cassie was like younger than 25 when she first came out. Like I'm pretty.
Oh yeah, she does. No, she was. She was 19 when she came out.
And she wasn't dealing with Diddy, and she wasn't dealing with him sexually at that time.
No, she was still involved with Ryan Leslie, I believe, or who, and whomever. He was around. He was around for sure, but I do remember them coming out publicly and everything, at some point, because remember he was with J-Lo, and then I can't remember who else he was with, and then for one little bit he was with Kim, because Kim was there a lot longer, like you said, I hate but the bottom bitch, because she was there a lot longer than anybody. She was there before J-Lo and during J-Lo.
Way before.
She was part of why he and J-Lo broke up, because J-Lo wasn't there for the bullshit, and Kim was just like, nah, I'm not there for the bullshit. I'm right here. I've been here. So she hung in, and she hung out for the entire time. And remember, Kim had the twins after he went and started having this public relationship with Cassie, because at no time that was when he finally had a public relationship with Kim, because for at least 10, 15, almost 20 years, he was in a relationship with Kim, whether it was on or off or whatever. And he did not ever publicly take her anywhere, claim her, like if you weren't inside the industry, whatever, she was not featured anywhere. Once they had the twins, it was like, oh, aren't they so cute? Look at this, and then people wouldn't kind of think back, like, wait a minute, but I thought he was with Cassie. Okay, well, I guess he was with, just the back and forth. And it's fine. Like I said, if that was just it, I'm not judging that. I don't care. Because if you see me with 10 men, you don't know which one of them is my friend, my cousin, somebody fucking or what, so it's none of your business. That's fine. But, she was involved. She was a part of that the whole time. Cassie was a star that he was trying to make a star, but she just wasn't really a star. But she had the look and the appeal that he wanted for him to level himself up again on the back of a woman.
He was grooming her basically. Now, because she was 19, it's not going to be viewed the same way. But again, I can't remember what the age difference was between them. Like, I know it's significant, right? Like, it's like
15 to 17 years what I saw. And the thing is, I won't even speak to just that, because I know, I've dated, now at this point I date up, down, laterally, whatever. And so I will say that, yes, of course, there can be power dynamics. There can be all kind of, situational things. I will say, in the case of me with older men that I dated, I was interested in them, and they didn't look their age anyway, and they didn't think I was my age. And actually, in multiple situations and cases, that was something that led to us not working out, because they were not comfortable with our age difference, more so not because of our actual relationship dynamics, but because of people's perception outside of our relationship. So but I will say that very often, not all the time, but very often, there is some reason that this person is dating someone much younger than them. It's not always the case, but it's very often the case with somebody that has power and privilege. But again, he was also still dating Kim, or dating, whatever you want to call it. He was still in relationship with multiple women, just like he is currently. So she was, again, Cassie was this new young up and coming. She was with Ryan Leslie. They came out together. They came up on MySpace together. Like, they blew up together. And Cassie was like the young, hot, like, it girl. I mean, he tried to woo Nicki Minaj when she was coming out. He tried to pull her away from Cash Money. In all of those situations, he was trying to get like the next big it girl, because one thing that he never did was he never got that. He never got that. To this day, unless I'm forgetting somebody, he never got a big pop star for Bad Boy.
Not even a pop star,
no, Faith was already. Yeah, she wasn't pop star. And Faith was already somebody before. Yeah.
Yeah. Mary J. Blige was like his big, but she was still not this huge pop star.
Right.
Mary J. Blige has stood this past time, and she's been awesome, and she's, like she deserves everything she has. And again, she's not this like powerhouse vocalist. She's not Mariah Carey. She's not Whitney Houston. She's not, what I'm saying? Like, she's not Beyonce. But everybody has their place and role. But I think he when Cassie came out, she was like, she was like, MySpace didn't have it was like a huge thing for her to get all of these millions of people following her and doing all this off of the internet. The industry hadn't seen anything like that before. And Ryan Leslie, although he did leave music, he's continued to do things in business. So what he said is like he actually did, and funny enough, I'm in your Patreon, but I'm actually in another group where he actually came and did, he did like not one-on-one, but like small group Zoom with us.
I like him. I love his music.
Yeah, but he wasn't even talking about music. He was talking about business.
Yeah.
So and entrepreneurship, and and basically, what he said was MySpace. When they shut down, they didn't, but they had this huge following and everything like that. And then when they shut down, and then when they tried to switch platforms and things like that, like he saw that they owned all of the information. They owned all of these fans and all like this big following that he had. So that's where he started to do his business or whatever. Okay. Is there some part of Diddy's involvement that is contributing to that? Don't know. That wasn't discussed, but in that court document when she was talking about intimidation, I absolutely believe that man. Well, okay, I should say that the accusation is he made a threat.
Did he think he big red out here dangling people off the by the
That's
ankles?
exactly
off
what
the
it
balcony?
was. Okay, that's exactly what it was. Real shit.
I believe it.
That's what they were doing.
Suge, they was all doing that shit. Thugs.
Exactly. Because they're coming straight from the street. But actually, it goes back way further back before them. If you look into like in the 40s and the 30s.
Oh, no doubt. Yes,
this has
absolutely.
Been going on forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forever. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all, what time is it? Is it 9? Because I can't hold Will hostage all night.
Can I say something very briefly?
Please, madam. Yes.
And then I will go myself because I have evening things to do.
Oh, shit.
I don't have a good feeling about Marianne Williamson, but that's for another conversation. And I'm trying to figure out why. I got a bad taste in my mouth about her the last time she ran. I'm going to try to pull up some information to find out why I was just really not feeling her. But
I need to do my research into Marianne Williamson as well. I honestly don't know much about her.
I know a lot about her. And it's not even what I know about her. She's, always been one of those, spiritual new age people, but it's not that. I think it's basic white women shit that basically pissed me off about her. But I'm going to pull, no, it was actual stuff. I'm going to pull it up and try to figure out
something specific. It's not just,
it was specific.
It's not just a feeling.
It was years ago. I got senior memory, but it's not just a feeling. It's something actually happened. I'm just trying to pull up what exactly it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that your thought about Marianne Williamson?
That was my thought because people, because the gentleman before you,
Vesper,
yes, hey Vesper, was talking about the progressive candidates, and I was like, Marianne, I don't know if I'm gonna really support her.
The fact that there is a little bit of a slate of third-party candidates, I think was Vesper's point. It's oh well, there's this person running, this person, Claudia and Dr. West and Jill Stein just announced, and Mary. So it's well, if you don't want to vote for Genocide Joe,
you don't have to. No, absolutely, we're not at all. No, 100%. But yes, this was fun. I'm glad all three of us got to kind of, shoot the shit at the same time. Let's do that in person next time.
We need to. I need to get on. I just got to get on the
bus.
bus.
We could do a burn it down in Brooklyn on location.
It would be me, you, Afra, and Renee, and that's fine. We could read the four of us. The four of us could burn it down.
Yes, we can.
And Renee's stop include me in your bullshit, Kim. No, Renee, you are in. You are in this bullshit with us.
That Brooklyn bullshit, we on it.
We on it. Thank you guys so much for stopping. Is it 9? I'm just literally. My phone died.
It's almost 9. It's 5 to 9, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's give it 5 more minutes then. Will, did you want to come up here and say anything, or is anybody else in the queue? It's just Afra and Zenzibel. Will done got up and walked away. Will done
Aw.
You said
started his
what?
dinner. Is there anybody else waiting? Is there, or is we've come to the end of the road
Yeah.
of guests? Did you want to come
Sorry,
on here, young
Will.
Will? Will, come show that pretty face to all the ladies out here. We wanna ogle you.
Oh, hold up. Let me turn my camera on.
Yeah,
Are we
come
going?
shaking the dreads, huh?
All right, I'm out since I got.
See you, Zanzibar. Enjoy yourself tonight. Be
Thank
safe.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye bye.
Zinzi.
Thank you, Fire Fam. I see we've been rocking at about 50 something, 60 something. I appreciate you guys standing by and in hanging out with this very loose conversation on a call-in night on Burn It Down with Kim Brown. Afra sings in the building. Here come Big Willie style, Wilbert,
Oh.
Guillermo.
I'm here. Just my cam is not working, but I'm working on it.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh no.
What happened? You shorted it out during your last OnlyFans session? What
Oh
happened?
shit. No.
Oh no.
Wow.
Kimberly,
Put me
we
on
don't want to
front.
call HR.
Right.
Now
What
we're
is an
just
OnlyFans?
talking about the entertainment.
First of all, this is a cooperative, so everybody gets paid the same. So I ain't his boss, so I can
Oh
I
shit.
can
We
talk.
co-workers.
Not
We
Kimberly
co-bosses.
Lizzo.
We co-bosses. No, Will, you could be an OnlyFans star. I think
Oh wow.
Hey, you know
Thanks.
what? I
Yeah.
think. Well, you know what I think we need to do. I think there needs to be a review system of lovers. I think if somebody's out here giving out 1-star penis, I think everybody needs to know that, and 1-star
Wow.
vagina. Like I think people need to know that because you don't want to waste your time. You don't want you. I mean, time is precious out here. You know what I'm saying?
I,
But you
I agree.
set your search parameters for 4 stars and better when it comes.
Right. Yeah.
Give me 4
If you're
stars.
not on this list,
Only 1
Oh,
star and 4.5-star penis. That's it.
right.
That's
Well,
3.5 star
maybe they
penis.
can go with the people that aren't interested in, because different people are interested in different things, and they should just like segregate themselves into the categories of things that they're interested in and stop wasting people's time. That's
Right.
all.
Yes. Fully
Agreed.
I mean,
agree.
honestly, we waste a lot of our own time. Wait, quick thing I wanted to ask you, Kim, was you said something about listening to Andre 3000's album with some psychedelics. I did tell you about the spot not too far from you, not too far from me, that we could meet up in Petworth that you might enjoy. And there's a podcasting station there, if you recall. I'm happy to talk with you offline about it.
Oh, I think I remember you saying that because it's a shroom place. Like they have the shrooms. Is it shrooms? It's got to be shrooms.
Shrooms, and it's all the things.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Someone that I the other person that I told you about at the same time shared it with a client, and they did a music video and a listening party that I was invited to a couple weeks ago. So they liked the suggestion. I was like, oh, I gotta follow up with Kim because I told her about it as well. And
Wonder if I could like stream video, because like it'd be like, hey guys, this is Burn It Down with Kim Brown on shrooms on location. Like, oh shit.
No, exactly that. That was exactly the premise.
The premise.
Mm-hmm.
Will, where do you go?
My camera is acting up, but I ain't got time to. But I'm here.
I know why it's acting up, but I'm saying that's okay. You give it a lot of work, Will. Give it a lot of work.
You said I need a splash guard. It's crazy.
Oh no!
Like,
oh
wow.
No, it's with the chick with her too.
That's crazy.
Oh my god! I wish I could see the comments right now. I'm cheating and using my phone and I can't see the comments, but I know it's gonna be wild.
Wow. All right, But I could talk about positive things.
You can talk about it's all positive, Will. It's all positive. Why, Will, you are a single young man out here. Y'all will be telling me his single young man exploits a little bit And I'm like, you doing all right here, sir? you doing all right.
Kim, keep that boot on my neck. She
but,
do not let me.
Will, but you're not a nut though. That's what I find. I'd be trying to actually, on the low. I'm like, ladies, y'all got to check Will out because Will's a good catch out here. To be honest, like Will is out here. The girl, he even got chicks doing crazy shit. So that thing is slapping, right? You know what I'm saying?
Chill,
like,
chill.
Sorry.
Okay, relax.
I'm sorry.
Relax.
I'm saying,
and
but
that
when,
is the
I
show
hear
for tonight. Oh, bless y'all. Y'all ain't got to go home. But
no, I'm telling you, when I hear that the girls out here going crazy, like doing crazy shit, I'm like, oh, somebody is putting something all the way down because chicks don't go crazy for no 1 star. You understand? Like they're not going crazy for the.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes people just be dramatic too.
I guess, but for no reason, nah.
Right. That's a lot of work.
Sometimes people be dramatic for no reason at all, like because that's what they believe that they supposed to do is be drama.
Nah,
I don't know.
Oh, Will said no, that ain't why.
I think Will. But that's what I'm saying. Well, Will,
I was trying to help you out, Will.
To his credit, though, I mean, it sounds like I'm only getting Will's side of the story, right? So I don't know what they're really doing. But my point is, like, you don't sound like you out here like on crud with the chicks. Like, I don't think you out here trying to manipulate girls out of their draws. Like, I think you're just being very honest out here. And the girls is like, honestly, I would like to keep that. And Will's like, nah, I can't be.
Not Will doing the F-boy things. No.
Yeah, no, Will's good out here. I don't think Will is out here being a dirtball at all. I think he's out here very much on the up and up. But he is on the up and up. Like he is 35 years old and single, so he can do what he wants out here. And childless, ladies, and childless. Child free. I'm sorry, not childless, but child free. So anyway, but Will, I'm just saying, y'all. If you see Will out here, you should speak to him. You should say hello.
Just approach with a smile. That's all.
Oh shit!
Just a smile. Is that? Oh God.
When I hear the girls going crazy, I say, "Oh shit, they ain't going crazy for no reason."
I don't need crazy.
Yeah. I love y'all. I'll just say that. I love y'all.
The girls them sugar.
So what else y'all want to talk about?
My phone is dead. I am hungry. My head is hurting a little bit because I did not drink enough coffee today. So it's been 2 hours. How many people? My phone is dead. Is anybody still in here? Is it just 3 of us?
No, it's a lot of people in here.
It's just us and Franny French and Latif. So who else is in here?
58 people here.
Huh?
I said 58 people in here. Infinite, Big T.
Hey, big up, Big Teal. Big up.
I know Latif's still here.
Latif.
Wait, I got one more thing to talk about Kimberly.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. I'ma call you. Don't be knocking on the door. Hey, Kimberly, it's Avon calling. No, listen. We was trying to get together about because look, Redman was here, and then so was Okechi, what's her name? And Kalechi. Kalechi was here. And me and Latif was like, we was trying to do like a, underground railroad up north to Baltimore. And I could not get Kimberly Brown. I haven't got Kimberly Brown on since my birthday. When I was trying to tell her I wore that beautiful dress that she gifted me on my birthday, and I sent you pictures of me in my dress. And I don't know who I got them.
Were you happy with it? I look
good. I had a shitty day a little bit, but I look good.
I know you
look good. I look so good in the dress. I was like, well, damn it, I don't feel like going, but I feel like I must because it's cute. And Kimberly would not have it if I was looking cute like this and did not go out.
I knew that dress would look nice on you, Will. So you've seen Afra, right? Statuesque, right? Well, maybe you haven't seen Afra. So let me put. So you see the face, okay? So Afra's 5'8". She's built like a brick shithouse. Like I mean, like Afra's butt is 5 of my butts, right? Like it's a lot of butts. It's a lot of butts. So I had this shut up, man. So I had this stretchy halter dress, but because I'm 5'2". That shit come down to my ankles, and it make it just did not look right on me. And I said this would look amazing. This would look really nice on Afra because it would show off all of her bang boom pow. You know what I mean? So I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad.
But she was trying to get it to me for like a year or two.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. She was trying to get it to me for like a year or two. So the last time when I just pulled up on Kim, when I did a drive-by on Kim, like, hey, what's up? I'm coming up on a pontoon boat.
Right.
I came up on the pontoon boat right before the riots. Right.
She came up to Anacostia like the British in the War of 1812. She's like, I'm coming up the river.
I'm coming up the river. Knock knock. And then she was like, Alfred, take your dress before you leave. I'm like, what? I said, I left a dress when I was here. Last time she said, yeah, it's your dress. She was trying to get me this dress. We done seen each other. I've been to her play. We done gone to New York. All of it. We went to the play and everything. And every time we forgot about the dress. So when she said my dress, I'm like, I left something here a year ago. It was the dress. So I was like, I had to wear it. So I wore it for my birthday. I'm gonna wear it again though.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna wear it again.
Good. I knew, like I said, I knew.
Tag the page.
Yeah.
What did you say? Tag the page?
Tag the page so he can find it.
You know what? I didn't even really post it. You know what? I really didn't post, but because all I had was like the selfie. I forgot to get somebody to take a picture of me. Did I? Maybe I got someone to take one.
Did you wear heels or did you wear flats?
I wore heels.
Oh wow. Woo. Woo. I know she was killing them. Woo.
I was like 6'2".
And heels, right. Killing them in that joint. Woo, I just know. Yeah, no, that's yeah. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad it worked out. I felt as though I had something else here that I thought like it would look like Afro. Maybe I have to remember what it was. But anyway.
Well, I have a music video coming up in like that we're shooting in like not mine. I'm acting for someone else's. I might do a couple other things on the project. But I'm not going to be the candy girl. I'm going to be the thug.
Thug doing what? Thug shit? What you doing? Thugging on the corner or what?
On the corner. I wish. But I'm going to be rapping with the hoodie and the Timbs.
Oh, shit. Well, that sounds good. You should get the Timbs with the heels, so it'd be,
No, I got some real Timbs. Matter of fact, I haven't even worn it. I've never owned a pair of Timbs. You know the Timbs that I got right now that I still haven't worn outside. I got it from a white lady. She gave them to me.
Girl, I've been through many pairs of Timbs. I'm a Timberland girl. I'm definitely a Timberland girl. Oh, I remember those new Bucks. Oh man, put them joints on layaway at Foot Locker, $139.99. Had to convince Mama to go get them joints off of layaway for me for Christmas for my birthday. Like, Mama, please go pay off my layaway at Foot Locker.
I had some Fila boots that looked like I had some other. I know you just gave me I never had Timbs. I wasn't. Yeah, it was like I wasn't a real New Yorker. I got my fitted as an adult, and also my first Timbs this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all, we're gonna call this a night. Will, what time is it? Because my phone died. I don't have
about to be 9:15, 9:13.
Oh shit! Yeah, we've been yammering for some time. Thank you, Afra. I appreciate your commentary and your offering on the Cassie situation. I think we're probably going to talk, or we should flush this out way more. Maybe we'll talk about it maybe Tuesday, because I would actually like to read the lawsuit to see what all it says. I haven't read it. I've just got, kind of snippets of it, but I would like to read and see what.
No, I read through it. It's 35 pages. I was reading through it. It's and I said, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. The truth, sometimes that truth just comes on through. Like, you didn't see it, you didn't witness it, but damn it, that shit sounds like the fucking truth, doesn't it? Like, that shit sounds all plausible.
You said you threatened somebody and then their car exploded.
Right.
Why didn't she leave him? Why the fuck do you think she didn't leave him?
Right. This nigga making niggas' car explode. What you talking about? Like, I gotta be nicer to this nigga now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be nicer to him. I gotta see what he want to eat tonight. What do you want for dinner? Regardless. But anyway, thank you, Afra. Will, I'm very disappointed. There's a collective Side disappointment that your camera was not activated tonight, but you gonna make it up.
Yeah.
Another time.
Yeah. Get that splash card.
Chill.
Y'all are funny.
Chill.
I mean, because I was up here like, Kimberly, don't harass Will. He was like, I gotta get a splash guard next time.
No.
Okay,
Y'all, I don't shy away from my paradoxes and my contradictions. Okay, no, I do not want people to be sexually harassed. Do I sexually harass the mandem every chance I get? Yes, yes, I do. Every chance, every time I get a chance to make a man feel uncomfortable with my sexual advances, I'ma do it. You know why? Because it's called get back. You niggas need to know how this shit feel. Okay.
oh
I
my
don't make
god.
the rules.
I'm
I don't
highly
make the rules.
entertained.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Okay.
What did you say, Will? You highly entertained?
Yeah, I'm just highly entertained. That's what you see. I go with it sometimes. Sometimes I don't know what to do with it. Sometimes,
And
like,
listen,
you know
again, I'm
what?
not your
Let's
boss.
go.
I am not in a
Y'all are
position of power
collective.
over you. I am not your boss. Like we a collective. You know what I'm saying? We a cooperative out this
We
bitch.
work for
You know what
each
I'm saying?
other.
We work for each other. Right. I ain't harassing you. Nigga, I'm talking to my equal. I'm harassing my equal. You ain't
Oh
my
my gosh.
We split
Yeah.
all our checks.
Oh my God! Somebody, this is gonna get clipped 5 years from now in the Oppo research against me. They're gonna clip all this shit.
The manosphere.
Oh my
is,
God! The
Oh no.
manosphere. When the manosphere run their
The-
dossier on me, they're gonna find all this shit. Look at
Female
her.
harassment.
She was sexually harassing her man producer and laughing about it. Look at her. Yeah.
You gotta do like it probably like the conversation that me and Latif had a couple weeks ago. I was like, Latif probably I was like, I know you're like, how the hell did we have this conversation? But he asked for it, so
Oh shit.
no.
When you ask,
You shall
He gave
receive.
consent. That's what I was saying. He gave consent. Not he asked for. He gave
Okay.
for shenanigans. For us it's just some shenanigans.
Oh, consent is appreciated. Consent is
Consent is
appreciated. Yes, and I know
wait.
we'll consent silently, so it's fine.
They calling you Kevin Samuel Jr. in the chat.
Oh shit!
I'm like,
Oh my God,
in the chat. Look, I ain't say it. I didn't.
Well, I'll let you take him on.
Yeah, we need to end on.
This is why
Let's end on that low note. All right, gang. Thank you guys so much. Fire fam. Thank you guys. Afra Singh. Shout out to Zenzi Bell. Shout out to DJ Vespa Egg. Shout out to Rose Salba. Shout out to Tyler. Who did I forget? Will, is that everybody that came on? Who am I forgetting? I feel like
I think Alex came on for a second.
Lady Alex, you came on?
But they didn't stay. They came on for a second, but they didn't stay.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to Lady Alex. Shout out to Lady Alex. Shout out to everybody. Fire fam, thank you guys so much. Don't forget, I'm gonna post Jackie Lukman's Venmo on our community page. So if you guys want to support Jackie's recovery, new kidney, who dis? Please do that. I'm gonna put that on our community page. Her Venmo is up there, so please consider sending the good sis Jackie Lukman some support. But Fire Fan, we supported her today. If you want to give her additional support, by all means, please do that. By any means necessary. So anyway, thank you guys. We will see y'all back here on Tuesday. Don't forget to go over and subscribe to Black Power Media. Don't forget to subscribe to Kalechi Okafor. Who else got some shit? I forget, but we'll stay with Black Power Media and Kalechi for the time being. Big up to Tubman House Baltimore. Follow them on Instagram. Thank you to Will Arenas. Again, thank you so much to Afra and everybody that joined us tonight. We will see y'all back here on Tuesday. Thank you to Molly, of course. Everybody, see y'all later. Bye-bye, y'all. Have a good weekend.